But you did good. Oh,
Okay. Hello. Tonight we're with Advocacy again. Thank you guys for joining us. We are excited tonight to have Marterese Green with us. But before I tell you a little bit of Marterese, or let Marterese tell us a little bit about herself, what I'm going to do is introduce my co-host. The first one is Crystal. Crystal lives in Michigan. She's married and she has 5 children. Two of them have been diagnosed with autism, and then she has another daughter, her oldest, Jael, that has cerebral palsy. We also have Bunny. Bunny is a mom of 3. She has twins. I'm a twin too. And she is a major advocate for her grandson, Grayson. Y'all, she's doing her thing with him. So we just welcome our co-host. We also want to welcome Marterese. We have her as our guest tonight. You guys strap in, because I think we have a wonderful show. We're going in a different direction. As you know, most of the time we focus on our kiddos with disabilities, but tonight we wanted to focus on our older community. And Marterese now is, taking care of her mom with dementia. So we thought this would be a great show, a great informational show. And so with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Marterese. Welcome, Marterese.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so happy to be a part of this tonight. As you know, my name is Marterese Green. I am a hairstylist. Actually, I am now Dr. Green. I have a doctorate in professional cosmetology. I now reside in Bowie, Maryland. What else can I tell you? Well, I live in Bowie, Maryland, and I just want to share about my mother, Teresa King. She's now 69 years old. In 2020, I started noticing some changes in her. She called me and she said something that she couldn't find her emails. And I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. You can't find your emails. So I called her and I asked her to duo me. I don't have an iPhone, but I asked her to duo me so that I can see her screen. Well, I believe and I know that she could not figure that out. So I decided to go over to her home. And I thought maybe she had COVID. I didn't know, or maybe she just missed me because it was around that time. So I went over, and then I started noticing after that it was her emails and her passwords, and something that would have taken her 5 minutes to get to took 2 hours. I remember going to a dentist appointment with her, and she was getting 4 implants. So I was like, 4 implants at the same time? Like, wow. So I sat in the car because it was COVID, and they called me and told me my mom was ready. So when I went in to take my mom and for us to pay the service, the lady said $5,000. I was like, what? Did you agree to pay this? But she didn't remember. I remember taking her to a doctor's appointment, and she had on the same shirt. And I was like, Mom, you have all these clothes. Why are you got the same shirt on? But she didn't know. I guess that was just a color that stood out to her. I don't know. I didn't understand that. And with all of that being said, the changes, and she got really, really quiet. And then I also noticed she was still working. Well, not physically working because everybody's working from home. But thank God she wasn't in the office, because had she been in there, they would have noticed that. So all these different changes with my mom, I said, you know what? Something is going on. I feel like it was God. I know it was God. I said, Mom and I need to be together. So I talked her into selling her home so that we can be together, not even knowing that it was the disease that she has now, which is called frontal temporal dementia. It starts at the age of 60. So we moved in here, and I'm still thinking, not even knowing then, I didn't get the diagnosis of the disease until 2022. Still not even knowing what I was up. what was going to happen, or just nothing about it. The MRIs, they show that the brain is, declining, and the type of dementia that she has, it affects everything: your ability to walk, your ability to talk, your ability to do all these things. But once again, when people saw my mom, oh, she looks healthy, because I love her and I cared for her, took care of her like she would care for herself. But she could still physically bathe herself and do all of those things, um, up until now. So October, it just she just really declined. She went from uh, walking in her shower by herself to now not being able to walk at all. So that's how fast this disease is progressing. And I never looked at myself as being a caretaker. And I'm not going to get emotional, but I'm just taking care of my mom. People say caretaker, like, what? Caretaker? I'm taking care of my mom. It would be no other way for me, because that's how much I love her. And I realize now, and I was doing all of this, watching the changes, and like, wow, okay, well, the things that I thought was bad in the beginning, um, like her getting up in the morning and making up her bed at 6 a.m., not even having to go to work. And I'm like, why are you up so early? You can rest, you can go to sleep. But that was her mindset, because that is what it was routine, is because of what she did every single day. And then she would get dressed and she would come into the living room, and she would bring her lip gloss, her hand sanitizer, a toothpick, a nail file, her glasses, a little bottle of fragrance, and a stack of napkins. And I was like, why does she need all of these napkins? And I was like, okay, these are the excessive behavior parts of this disease. And then, it kind of faded. But I would tell you this: I would love to see her do that again. I would love to bring
Mhm.
all these little things. Those are all the things that a woman would need in their purse. And she wanted to remember that. And then I'll say last year, maybe July, is when it started to kind of change a little bit. And the hardest part is that I'm actually sitting here, I am watching my mother. Reality is, I'm watching my mother decline. I'm watching her die. That's how I feel. I mean, that's the reality of it. Um, I just I try, and I did, and I'm still trying to create memories. But right now it's extremely hard, because she's extremely agitated. Um, the screaming started at in October, you know, and it has escalated. If you can see, I try to put on makeup. They ain't gonna cover these bags,
Mhm.
because she screams all day and all night long, all day and all night long. And I got up this morning 3 times this morning, but I still, I get up, good morning, mommy, even though she screams, and I have to look at her. Sometimes I don't even really want to make eye contact, but I do. And I still do everything that I would do, other than put her in the shower. I wash her, I bathe. I mean, I do everything, because she's my mom, you know.
Mhm.
And it's hard not to. I don't feel good. I don't feel good taking a shower and she's not bathed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I bathe her, I lotion, I do everything because I love her. And it's just so hard now, just thinking back at all these changes. Like, I
Mhm.
would have never thought in a million years that this will be happening. I thought when she was 32 years old, being addicted to crack cocaine, I thought that was hard.
Mhm.
But she
Mhm.
persevered, bought another house. She was young. She was a 32-year-old widow. I thought that was hard, but that was her problem then. In 2010, she lost her right leg due to a blood clot.
That's
I was
right.
devastated about that, but she persevered. One day I looked up and I noticed that her car had moved, so she would go outside and move her car so she can practice. And next thing you know, I look up, I'm in the hair salon, and my mom called, and I hear all this noise in the background. I'm like, "Where are you?" I'm at the hair salon. What? Let me speak to the lady who's doing your hair, right? And she's like, she can't talk. I'll call you back. And but this is the hardest thing that I have ever experienced in my life. I just, I wake up, I cry every day. You know, it will be no other way. And I hear people say all the time, "Oh, you're going to be blessed." I'm not doing this for a blessing. This is my mother. Like this
That's
is my
right.
mother. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. This is my mom. And just to see these changes, you know, I do everything. I did everything from 2020, 2021, when I sold her home and purchased the home that we are in now so that I can have my business, come downstairs and take care of my clients. This is my sanity because this is something that I love. When I come down here and I'm in a whole different world, with you know my clients making women look beautiful. That's what I love to do. Then I have to go back upstairs and tend to her.
Come
And
back to reality. Yeah, it's
yeah,
reality.
I did that up until October, where I realized, and everybody's like, "You need help. You need help. You need help." No,
People,
I'm taking care of my mom. I'm not a caretaker. I'm taking care of my mom. I didn't look at it like that. It's going to get rough, Marterese. Well, I can handle it now. But I can tell you now that right
it's
now,
hard.
I can't handle it. I can't.
It's hard. It's hard. It's
I can't do it.
Amatrice. One thing I wanted to ask you too is, are you the only child?
Yes, I'm the
I
only
thought
child.
so. I
Mhm.
thought so.
I'm the only child. Yes.
And I know, I mean, I know a little bit about you, and I do remember your mom um got her leg amputated, but I
Mhm.
remember, that your mom didn't stop. Your
She
mom did not stop. And I remember about you and your mom, which was when I see you documenting different things on Facebook. I remember you and your mom were like the best of friends.
Yes.
You guys did everything together. So I do know
Yes.
how hard it is for you, but and me and you have talked, and again, it's one caretaker to the next.
Yes.
When you're taking care of a person, and you need a break, it does not negate the fact that you love them. That's one thing I think sometimes we feel so guilty about. But someone told me, like, when you're on a plane and they say, "Hey, if you don't put your mask on first, you can't help them." And so I think that's one thing that I would tell you. I know you're just starting out this, I know, and it's come so fast, but you definitely have to take care of yourself. And I used to hate when people say that if Morgan got sick, they were like, "Paula, take care of yourself." I'm like, or I'm sick. And they like, "You gotta take care of yourself." But I'm like, well, I'm trying to take care of myself. My daughter still needs 24-hour care. So I
Mhm.
can't take NyQuil or something if I have the flu and be out of it.
Yeah.
And she needs to be bathed, she needs to be fed. So I understand how taxing that can be on you, but you do have to take care of yourself.
And
You
I'm
do.
working on it. I'm working on it.
Mhm.
Um, as of yesterday, within, it should be within the next 2 weeks, aide will be coming here. And like I have a cousin upstairs now, um, that helped. I had another cousin that just left, um, and another, my old shampoo assistant came earlier, and I've been getting, it's just, I don't know, I'm just that kind of person where it's like I just, I'll take care of my mother. I feel like, I
Mhm.
felt like
Mhm.
nobody can care for her like me. You don't brush her teeth. She's very anal about her teeth. You're not brushing her teeth. Her skin has to be cleansed every day, but I realized, she don't even really care about those things anymore.
Yeah.
She don't care about those things anymore. I mean, these are things that, that I want, you know, it's just, and I feel it. I feel that I feel the, and I need help. I need help. I need it. I'm burnt out now. I'm really burnt out. I'm burnt out. So
I
yes,
love how
ma'am.
you was saying like how you caring for her and you saying it's just what you want for her, but that also is like the love that you have for her and you just want to give her the best. You know, you want to make sure her skin is clean, her teeth is you know, I totally get that. And I do also get that sometimes that can contribute to the burnout, you know,
Yes.
because you know that high level of care that you want, you know, even if she's not able to recognize that I had on my favorite lotion I've always had on, you'll be like, I know she got it on because she
Mm-hmm.
always liked to smell like this or something like that. And but it's very touching, Marterese, for you to come on and share your experiences. And I think before Paula asked, that was my first question. How are you taking care of you? That was going to be my first question because this is around the clock.
I'm going to be really honest because I'm really not doing what I should do. I do go to the doctor. I make sure those things, I don't neglect those things, but I feel like her needs are like more important because I mean, I feel that for the most part that I'm a healthy young woman and I feel that like she doesn't know. Like I feel like I have to make sure she's good. It's just hard. Like I don't feel that it's I'm all important. That if my needs are not that important. They can wait. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But like you're saying, I realize now that I do, I have to do better because I don't go outside. I don't do any of that. I don't go outside because of like I don't want to leave her. And it's like you got to get out, you got to do this. But I'm like, I just it's so hard. But I will tell you that I'm working. I'm working, and I realize it, and I'm sharing this, and I'm telling you, you're going to see me somewhere. I realize it because I felt it when clients would come in and they was like, Marty, and uh, you doing this, and they say you need to take a day and go somewhere, and I'm like, go where? Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Who going to watch my mother? But I don't have I have support. Let me tell you something. I get more support from the clients and people on the outside than I do my family. My mother came from a family of 15. She's the baby. My grandmother had 15 children. She was the caretaker of my grandmother. And a lot of people like, oh my God, you have all those cousins. I can't believe it. You know
Yeah.
why? Because everybody looks at me as being the strong one. Oh, my tree,
Mhm.
she always have it together. She does this and that.
But
She
even
always.
the strongest person gets
Sometimes we are the
tired.
weakest.
But when I
Yeah, that's what
tell
people
We
told
you,
me
are
for
the
years.
weakest.
Paula, you're so strong. You're so strong. But sometimes even the strongest person needs help. And sometimes I don't know if anybody else felt it, but sometimes people would tell me you don't ask for help. And I'm like, but if you see that I need help, I hate when people used to say, if you need something, call me. And then if you really call them, well, I would come, and that led me to a place where
well,
I
you
just
didn't
didn't
ask.
ask. I didn't ask. I didn't. So it was like the Lord gave me the strength, and there would be times I would be sick. Um, and it's just like I had to neglect myself. I used to wait until my kids went to school and I would doctor myself up during the day while they're at school. I would take off work because when they came home, it was like put that cape back on and get back to work.
Yes.
And so I understand exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
But Montrese, you did tell me one time, and I want to bring that back to your attention. They have daycare centers where you can take your mom and a lot of the staff is used to working with people with dementia. And I did tell you
You
that
did.
I think that was a great idea, because even if you could go out and take a walk, or even if you could take and go to the movies, you need that. I promise you, it gives you just that much more strength when you come back. And I'm gonna say this, somebody put it in there. They said, Barbara, she says, it's a if the roles were reversed, you are now the mother and she has become the child. But your mom, the mother that I knew that you had, she would want you to do this. Now,
Yeah.
that's what you
I,
have to remember.
I know, but now that she screams, and I'm not talking about screams. I'm talking about it's so loud that you have to hold your chest. You know what I mean? And I just think about her going there and somebody just not having the patience,
yeah.
and because
It's
she's
like, who
screaming
can you
like she's
trust?
going, it's her
Yeah.
way of communicating, and it's nothing like what what I shared with you before. It has escalated, and I'm scared of that because I will kill somebody on my
But
mother.
go
You know what
visit
I
the
mean?
centers. But go visit the centers.
Okay.
You have to trust someone. I'm telling you, when Morgan was younger, I didn't even want to put her in daycare. I didn't want to put her in camps. But you know what I did? And I'm happy that I did it. I began to form relationships with some of these people where I took her to the camps and we went to all the activities and we went to everything that they had, to where I've developed a relationship with them. They knew Morgan, they knew me. So when it came to taking her to some of these places, they knew all her attitude swings. They knew everything about her, but they knew her so well and they knew what my expectations were. And I had developed a relationship with them till they took great care of her. It got so good that they kept her. Sent her overnight to their summer camps and they kept her the whole week. So I say that I'm not saying send her overnight. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is, it's just like when we were in school and you make your presence known. You know, these people, if and I know how you are, Martrese, when you take her, first of all, you visit some places, but you make your presence known. It's not like you dropping your mother off and you skipping town. No. You're taking her there and you begin to participate in a lot of these things at the centers and you begin to develop a relationship with them, and it gets better. It does. You have to do it. You have to.
I know
Be-
for me, I had no idea that I was going to be this emotional at the beginning of the podcast. And Martrese, is because my mom is dealing with her own health challenges as well. And when you talk about the decline and seeing that, seeing, your parent that was so strong and able and could do everything to come to a certain place in life. It's hard, it's difficult. And I'm like that with my mom. I'm not going to leave her anywhere. She's staying in a hospital. I want to stay as long as I can. I want to make sure that I'm nice to all the nurses and doctors to make sure that they're going to be nice to my mom. I go that extra mile to make sure that no one mistreats her. And I don't care where we are. I don't want anybody to mistreat my mom. And it's difficult to step away. People say you gotta, take some time and do something. My opinion with you, it could be hair. You're stepping away into your salon. That could be your place of refuge, your place of, peace. Just to do hair, to have your fingers, working magic in somebody's head. That could be your happy place. So it's not, I'm speaking for myself. It's not that I need to go somewhere, I need to hang out, just to know that my mom is good and that she's able to get up and get about. That makes me happy. I'm going to deny myself because my mom won't always be here. She can go before me, I can go before her. So just like not seeing me, but seeing her more, it makes me happy. And to know that
I'm doing everything I can do to take care of her. So I get you, but I didn't know that you was gonna bring me to this point of tears so
Yeah.
early. I get you. I'm with you about that, caring for that mom and making sure that you are present. And I'm like that even with Grayson. So I'm sorry, everybody. This topic is hitting me right here, and I'm going to be transparent. I
Yes.
understand you, Marterese, where you are in life and how you are protecting your mom. I am right there with you 100%. People can say, Bunny, get some rest. Bunny, go. It's going to go on one end, come out the other because I'm going to make sure that my mom is good.
She's
It's
all
real.
you have, and that's this. I mean, she's all I have.
Absolutely.
I don't have any children. And it's the
Absolutely.
reason why. Because if I had children right now and I'm the only child, how would I? That's how I feel. I feel like my
Yeah.
steps was ordered. I said I would never work from home. But seeing the change in 2020 and still my clients are still coming and I never missed a beat during COVID. And I was like, oh, why am I working from home? Why are these people coming? And why are the clients paying me and they ain't coming? Because my steps was being ordered because because of this. God was transitioning me to for this. Now, did I know that this would did I know that it would be this? No, I didn't. And it's like I don't know. I can't even. It's not even enough words to explain what my heart feels.
Yeah.
But I will say this to you all. I needed this more than anything tonight. Even though she
Good.
showed off,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I said the
But see,
ladies are going to hear you. She said so.
yeah. And we don't care. We
We
want to hear
don't.
mom. We
It's your
don't care.
life, right?
That's right. It's
I
Right.
real
just
life. It's
Right.
real
And
life.
I don't know. I needed it. I needed it. I
Good.
thought that I would
Good.
get rest to prepare for it, but I can't be nobody but my authentic self. This
That's
is it.
right.
I
That's
mean,
right.
hey,
That's
You
what
got to
we
show
want.
up. You got to show up
right.
as you. Who else can we show up and be? Nobody but ourselves.
Right.
And there will be times where you'll be able to step away, get rest,
Hmm.
and have some fun. There will be times for that, but
But
it's
now
just your focus, and
But right
it's
now, you're
nothing
in a
wrong with
different
that.
place.
There's no apologies
I
for you being focused
That's
and
right.
yeah, on your mom.
because
It's nothing wrong with that.
it's the rapid change. Like I said,
Yeah.
she went from walking in the shower real quick 20 January the 20th. She had a walker, but she was walking. I put pictures on social media so that I wanted to show everybody like
Yeah.
how it changed her. You know, 20 January 20, she walked in the shower with a walker, and now she can't even walk. She can't get out of the bed. She can't hold her fork. She can't do anything. So now I'm feeding her, and I'm just really I'm cautious. I'm really overprotective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can't help
Yeah.
it. You know, because she's just the screams is a way of her communicating. Sometimes it's that aggressiveness, but I still I'm protecting my mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feed her, I bathe her, I do everything now.
Yes.
But all of that just to see somebody change that you love and decline
Yeah. Yeah.
from now to I put pictures on there where she was standing up in January. And I put and now she's not. You know
Wow.
what I
It's
mean? It's
progressing.
just unbelievable.
It
So
it's accelerated for sure.
yes, it
Yeah, it
has.
is.
It
Yeah.
has.
Well, I
Yeah.
put a
But
question on the
never
screen
feel
too.
bad though. There is a question, but never feel bad about, your drive and your support to your mom.
Yes.
That's your
Yeah.
mom.
I
Yeah,
see
that's
a
your mom.
question. Has your mother ever turned on against you? Yes.
Viewed you
Yes.
as an enemy or
Yes.
distrusted. Yes.
Yes, she did it. She did it Saturday. My cousin was still here. My cousin came down December the 13th from Texas and she left Tuesday. She did it Saturday. I went upstairs while I was working. I was like, "Good morning, mommy." She looked at me like I was a monster. I said, "Mommy, it's me." and screamed like, ah! Of course, you know, I cried and I was like, but you didn't know. Yeah, so yes, she did. She just did it. That's why I
And
said,
he's
you see me walking down, I said, let me walk down. My cousin said, you just take the laptop and go downstairs. Yes, she turns and she all the time, push away all the time. And it does hurt my feelings.
That was about to ask that question. How does
Yes.
that
she
make
had
you feel?
It
Or
hurt
I
my
guess I was going to
feelings.
say, have you gotten used to certain parts of her outbursts?
No. I would have well, yes, because some of them are words. Like
yeah, them words
they're
can
little,
hurt.
it's a little language, you know,
Yeah.
but some of them are words, and I'm like, okay, well, use your words. And then she'll say, try to use her words to say, because I'll say, I don't know what it is, but the the real agitated screams, no, I can't, because it's like it tears my soul up. It really does. And so now the medication that was given from the neurologist, the one that they show on TV, it
What
don't
is it
even work.
supposed to do, Marterese? What is it? What is the medication supposed to do?
It's supposed to, so two of them, well, really, there it's for bipolar and depression and all of that. So the first time I gave it to her, yeah, it calmed her down. One pill, and then 2 days later, whatever. So then I said that it wasn't working, like like a TikTok. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So then I called and they tried another one that worked for a day. So now the medicine that they're showing on TV, you know, that's supposed to be for for the real, the agitating and the screaming and all of that kind of stuff. Uh, no.
Get you some headphones for the screening.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you something funny. I was bathing her. That was for the last 2 times. So my friend got me some headphones. You know, I love music. That's the other thing. So I put the headphones on, and she screamed, and I did hear her, but I act like I said, "Did you?" I said, "Wait, you know I had these on. You know, I can't really hear you." She said, "Never mind," and just kept.
So that screaming, she's trying to get your attention, or she
Right.
wants something.
That's a Morgan
Yes.
move.
To
That's a
me.
Morgan move. Yeah.
Girl, but it's double screams. It's double screams. And then if I say,
I'll walk around the house with them headphones on.
oh my God, y'all. But she
But
may
you know,
not do it to you all though. She might
so
scream.
she
So I said, can you make a little scream? Let me see you scream low. I try to make songs with the scream. When she scream, I'll go, ah.
I was going to say, I scream
Right, I did
too.
all of that. And then I'll go, your turn. Then she'll, ah. So the little scream is, ah. But let me tell you, oh God.
Marterese, and so does someone asked, does she recognize you?
You know what? Sometimes I think so. Like, well, Saturday, I don't think she did. Because the way she looked at me was like she didn't know me, like I was getting ready to attack her or something, like, who are you? And I was like, Mommy, it's me, your daughter. She's like, ah, like, get away. So, and I'll ask her what my name is, and sometimes she'll say, and then she asks me, and she's like, are you my mommy? So no, she doesn't, no, not all, no. Are you my mommy? I said, you my mommy, but you my baby and my mommy. I'm your mommy. You might, go back. I'm your baby. Yeah. So no, not all the time. And then sometimes I'll ask her and I say, who am I? She say, my daughter. What's my name? Marty. I said, I'm a doctor now. What you gonna call me? Dr. Marty G. So yeah. But
so she does have times. Okay.
Every now and then. Every now and then.
Yeah. So does it, what about her? Because I know sometimes with dementia is, depending on which one, it's short term that they do not remember a lot of, but then they can remember that long term, back when they were babies and all of that. Does she remember anything of her youth?
She remember a lot of things. I play a lot of music. I went to
Okay.
school for recording engineer too, but I play a lot of music. I play music when I'm bathing her or whatever. This dementia, I don't see long term, like long or short term. I don't know really how to explain that, but
Okay.
sometimes she remember and sometimes she don't. Like if I
Okay.
say, mommy, remember that time my father was singing and blah blah blah, or remember that time grandma, and she'll smile, or songs. I pulled her wedding album out and I started
Mm-hmm.
showing her pictures. And then I came down and I found a dress and I was showing it to her. I said, you remember this? She remembers. Let me see what she don't remember. She may not remember what she ate after
Okay.
I
eating it.
think that's short term,
Short
right?
term. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's short term. She don't remember that. She wouldn't
Okay.
remember that.
Okay.
So she'll just
Okay.
make up anything, but now she'll ignore you. Like she won't say no. She roll her eyes or turn her head like or ignore you. So yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, if you put up pictures, like a bunch of pictures. Have
Mm-hmm.
y'all ever seen that movie with Drew Barrymore?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and they had to keep putting a video in every day to
Mm-hmm.
show. And I forgot what it was called, but just the pictures and the music
Mm-hmm.
and the videos and stuff. Is that something that would kind of
I
put a
try to
smile on
show
her
her pictures. I show her pictures, and someone has suggested to show her pictures of her and I. I show her pictures of her and I when I was a baby, or I said, "What, Mom? Remember this picture? I hated when you wore those big old sunglasses. I didn't like them." And I said, "You remember that?" And she just smiled or
face?
mute. But I'm telling you, music really
Mm-hmm.
that soothes her. Or I'll
Mm-hmm.
sing. I can sing a little bit, but I'll sing. And I said, "You didn't know I could sing." And she just looked and played Norman Connors, Gene Con, George Duke, all of that type of genre music.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes she'll sing along. Commercials,
Mm.
like her
Yeah.
favorite candy, one of her favorite candies is Almond Joy. So I'll say, sometimes I feel like a nut. And she said,
Sometimes I
sometimes
don't.
I don't. Mom, and she'll say the whole thing. And she's like, Miles, don't. Or I'll say, hitting this stick in, and she said, Popeye's chicken. It'll come out real loud. So, yeah.
So those are
Yeah.
the happy times.
Right. Like I do it all the time. But I catch her in the mood when she's screaming, ah.
Yeah.
I'll say, hey, come on, hold on, come on, look, let's sing our song. And she'll calm down and we'll go through that. I did it today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I
Well,
love it because that's what I was
yeah.
about to ask. Like, are there any like moments that you experience that's like, in the middle of the day or something that just bring a little bit of joy to your
when she
heart? And it
looks,
sounds like that, doing
yeah,
something
or
like
when she stares at me, she always want me to hold her hand, and then she'll just look at me like
Oh, that's
and stare
beautiful.
like that. I said, "Why are you looking at me?" And I said, "I look like you." She said, "Yeah, you look like me." Then she might look at me and find something wrong or something on my shirt and just laugh. But she just
Oh.
stares. She stares at me a lot because it was a time, like I'll say, every now and then I'll get this disconnect, which I don't like that look. But it
Mhm.
depends on the day. Every day is a different day.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a disconnect look, because of this disease, it causes her to look down like this. Or you say, look up, mommy. But today she's like this, like her eyes are open. And I don't know what it's almost like I don't know, it's and you could go like that and she won't move her eyes. And I'm like, all right, come on, snap out. So I'll play some music. But yeah, she just, I don't know. That's my mom. My Tuka. That's what I call her.
Oh.
Yatuka,
I don't even know where that came from. And
someone put a
Someone.
question in the chat. When did you first notice something was wrong?
uh when she called me about her emails. She called me and said, I can't find my emails.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you can't find your emails. So I asked her to duo me so
Mm,
that I can see her screen. And I waited,
mm,
called her, and she didn't answer. And I figured she started doing something else. But what it was is she could not figure it out. She couldn't figure out how to do it. Trying to take a picture of the screen So this was, I would say this was around noon on a Friday. She didn't send me the picture till like 7 o'clock that night. So that's when I got in the car to go over there. And I'm just thinking that she couldn't, I don't know. I just thought maybe it could have been COVID, or she just wanted to see me. And then I thought that maybe she had a stroke or something. I never thought that it was this. And like I said, yeah, that was August of 2020. And when I thought back, maybe like 2000 or her 65th birthday, I noticed that she gave me more control because she's real bossy. And she gave me more control. And I think about it now, and I was like, that was a sign to I dressed her, and she was really quiet. And she really got quiet after the emails and the going somewhere that would have taken 2 minutes, 5 minutes took 2 hours. But I still didn't think it was dementia. I didn't think it was that. So I took her to the doctor, and I was like, well, I don't know, maybe she had this, but that was the first thing. And another thing that I thought back on, which was like, because this disease, I mean, it may take 5 to 6, maybe say 5 to 6 or 7 years where it started, because there's layers of it, there's different stages. Or if I say, hey, I'm on a podcast with Paula and friends, and she'll say, you on a podcast with Paula and friends? And I'll say, well, why are you being a mockingbird? That was a part of it too.
That's a sign, really? The repeating?
Yes.
Wow.
Like I'm saying, it's just repeating, and she wasn't even 65 then. That was like 64, 63. That was like 2016, 17.
Wow.
Like little things that and
how was her driving? Did she, because I hear a lot of people have accidents.
She didn't have any accidents then, but when I got in the car with her one time, I mean, I never got in the car with her, because when we were going somewhere, I would go to the house and pick her up. And I realized, like, come on, Mom, outside. But had I gone in the house instead of going in the living room or partially in her room or whatever, I was doing my own thing. Like, I'm always rushing. And I probably would have noticed a little bit more had I paid more attention to how things were like strategically lined up so that she wouldn't forget. Like years, like I saw mail, and that made me cry when I was cleaning out her house. I was like, oh my God, why does she have these 2000 mail from 2007, 2008? It was just mail, grandma's mail, her mail. I'm like, why?
That she didn't open or something?
She didn't open and didn't throw away.
So what would be a red flag now that you're saying that if you had known and could have seen something back then, what are some of the red flags, or what should people be looking for? Because I had no idea that repeating was pretty much like a red flag.
Well, that would be that. And I mean, what would be the red flag? The repeating is one thing.
Okay.
And then the withdrawn part, as for my mom, like she just started to become quiet, and was very on top of everything. Like I'm saying, like her cable, I noticed her cable bill. I mean, not the cable bill, the cable box. And when I was like, wow, normally whatever the latest cable box, if they was giving upgrades, she would want things like that. But
she would be okay.
She didn't.
I can see that being some red flags, knowing how she was. Yeah.
Because you probably used to using that old box, and you don't want to get used to using something else. So you kind of just want to stay in that familiar territory.
And you're right, just like the yellow shirt that I got her. But I don't know. She was not herself. She was quiet, and that's not like her. But that's a big one right there. Like, I was like, wow. We driving, and normally she go this way. You need to go this way. I said, I'm gonna go. Well, why you go this way? But then I realized back then she didn't really say a lot while we were. I was like, But I didn't think anything of it
Yeah.
then. But I'm sharing this with you all now. And I was like, that was a sign then. She was disconnected. She didn't want to talk. Who knows what was going on in her brain? I will
Right,
tell you
right.
this.
She
The
was probably
words
trying to come to terms with
trying
things.
to,
And just like
Yeah.
you're trying to figure it out, she's probably like trying to figure things out
Right. That's
herself.
exactly what I
Yeah.
was thinking. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like maybe she recognized some things
she did.
about herself and she's not ready to put it,
Right.
people, I think I would be that way, try to hold on as
Mhm.
much as I can, the
Mhm.
control in my
Right.
life. And
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
leads me to ask you this, Marterese, because you said you got her to sell her house. And I was wondering, like, how was that?
That
Like,
was hard.
her trusting you, selling her home,
Yes.
moving into a new home,
Yes.
like her giving you
Power.
authority. Yes. How was that?
It was in the beginning when I kept saying, I said, Mommy, we need to live together. We're going to live together. I'm going to get you a house. I'm going to get you a big TV so you can watch Netflix. Because another thing that she did, she would ask me for my Netflix password. And I would text it to her. And then I'll get emails. Her brain, she didn't even think, she could not take the text message with the password on it and just log into the account. All of that was complicated to her. So instead of doing that, she would go and try to change it. So I would get numerous emails and I go, Mom, I text you the password.
Yeah. And she
Like,
was
what are you
shouting.
doing? And she just would be looking like the disconnect look. And I think about it now, but I didn't know. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
You didn't know.
she was having a
Yeah.
really hard time. And I would tell my cousin, you help her. So with the house, I kind of, I kind of, well, I ain't gonna say bribed her, but she knew that things was changing in her. She knew that. So I just kept saying, we can live together. I work in the basement so I can take care of
Yeah.
you. And I had a cousin that told her, oh, if you sell your house, you're gonna lose money. So he did that. And then she called me and said, it was a couple of days before I was gonna put it on the market. She's like, I'm not selling my house, and that's my final answer. Right? So
Oh no. Oh no.
so I started crying. I was like, oh my God. So I told my aunt and my cousin to talk to her and tell her why. So she called me back. She was like, okay, I'm gonna sell my house. But she had no problem. She didn't see the house until she trusted me that much. She did not see it until after I got the house and it went to closing and then she came here and she saw the house. She stayed with my cousin during that time until this. I sold her house and she didn't pack anything. And when she came here, because I was trying to get her bathroom together because her prosthetic leg, get her room together. So when she came here, be all ready. But she wanted me. She was like, I want to come home. And I was like, oh my God, just let her come home. So she slept in the bed with me until they finished. It didn't matter to me because we created memories and I saw more changes in her there, like just looking like, yeah. So it was hard. And she never questioned anything about it. And the seller left the TV that I said I was going to get. The seller left the 85-inch TV.
Oh
I
my.
didn't have
That's a blessing.
They left it because they probably didn't want to take it down, but that's what I said I would give her. And I told her in the midst, I said, I'm gonna get you furniture so the furniture can sit up high. And I said, I'm gonna get you a table and everything so you can watch TV and eat your dinner. I said all of those things to get her. And I did everything. So the whole top part that was for her.
God is gonna bless you.
Know that the disease. Now these things don't even matter to her.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say, well, yeah, she ain't even.
How does she sleep, Marterese? How is her sleeping?
She wakes up like a baby. When she has to go to the bathroom, she screams from the top of her lungs. She got up at 1:30. So now I have a bedpan because I can't really physically get her out of bed. It's too much for me now. So I'm going to get a harness to lift so that I can lift her from there. But at first, I can lift her up. So she gets up. She got up at 1:30, screaming that she had to use the bathroom. She's so agitated. She got up at 5:30. because a piece of her lock was hanging in her face. So she screamed, ah, and I said, what is
I didn't know what it was. We do that
of,
with our hair getting our face.
girl, the hair was hanging down like a snake. So she screamed because of that. Then she woke up at 8:00. And I'm like, what? So I got the bedpan to put up. I said, what is it? What do you want?
That's how I be doing with Morgan.
Girl,
What about
I mess with my sleep.
Girl,
a bedside potty.
She said, WHUR. She wanted me to turn the radio on. So I did that.
Her favorite station.
Uh-huh.
So no, she does not sleep during the night. And I posted something on social media Sunday. When she's extremely agitated, she's not going to sleep. Okay. Half of the time I don't even know what to do. The medicine, one pill, double it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. She was up Saturday. She fed her, ate her dinner and everything, got her in the bed. She was up. She dozed off maybe like about 8:00. Woke up at 9:30. She did not go to sleep until 10 a.m. Sunday.
Oh,
I'm
my.
going to throw her. I mean,
what do you do all that time? Can she
Turn
be
the
up by
music on.
herself?
you know what for her or for me?
Both of y'all.
Both.
Yeah, how about that?
At 5:30 in the morning, I had to make myself a lemon drop or something. And she screamed. She's so agitated. Even when she hears the ice coming out, she screamed. So it just had to wear off until she got her, to 10:00. And my cousin was like, you go upstairs. Let me do it. But I still have to come downstairs and see what's going on. And I gave her one of the medication, the pill that her primary care gave her. That seems to work better than any of those other pills. But I think it's like a release on it. So the pill,
Yeah.
So 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
You need something that's going to do release quicker.
So
I know melatonin probably a joke.
Girl, I could not.
Melatonin is probably a joke.
Oh, it is. You know what she used to say earlier on when she couldn't sleep before it got, I'll say a year ago, she would say, Martin, medicine, please. Because she wanted to go to sleep.
She's tired.
She said, medicine, please. And then I got cameras so I can look at the camera and talk to her. Yeah. And I came downstairs because she's on the first, but I can see it's just her and I. And she had taken all of her, went in the drawer and took all panty liners and put them all in her panties.
Are you at the point where you need to put locks on things now?
No, because she does it well. Now that she's
especially the front door, especially the front door.
Before the prosthetic leg. Well, yeah, she did go outside, and one of my clients is coming. He's like, "Your mom is outside at the mailbox." This was 7:30. I took her to her doctor's appointment at GW, and I said, parking in the garage. I said, "Stand right here." And I'm going to back the car. I turned around. She was gone.
Oh, no.
Ain't no kidding. I went on all the floors looking for her. I found her. And they was like, your mom said she left. I said, her cane is in the car. Give me that. So do that no more. Pop her in her hand. I said, come on in. Then we was at the wrong building. That's how distracted I was because of her. So we get to I'm panicking. I'm sweating. So I get to the right building for her appointment, and she did it again. Stand right here. So she has had those moments where she would disappear. I couldn't believe it. With a prosthetic leg, no cane and all, in seconds.
Oh my goodness.
In seconds. Or going in the kitchen, getting the tongues, because I had to take the pills and trying to get the pills down. She showed off one time here while I was working. I said, you know what? You're showing off. You need some air. So she went outside upstairs on the deck, walked down the stairs, and they was like, real fast. So, but now I don't think I have to worry about her going. She ain't going nowhere now.
Now, how does she get
Yeah.
around your clients? When is she social or she has
They know her.
withdrawn?
Yeah, they know
But
her.
does she want to be around them since
Mhm.
you said, wow,
Well,
well,
so
that,
they come in and they, hi, Mr. Risa. She know their names. A lot of them. Sometimes she, hi, Paula. And she said, you want me to come up there and eat breakfast with you? Yes. And so my client like, okay, I'm waiting for my treats. I'm gonna sit up there with you. Yeah.
that is
I have the
nice.
best
That's nice.
That
the
How is her
is.
eating habits? She
you
likes
know,
certain foods.
noodles.
Just
noodles,
like
noodles,
Grayson.
noodles.
Yeah.
Noodles and rice. And I cook every day. I ain't cook today, but I cook
Mhm.
every day. And cheese, she loves breakfast. She loves cheese eggs, but the cheese and the eggs have to be yellow. If you don't see that yellow cheese, I said, what am she screamed about the cheese. She loves breakfast. She
Oh.
loves noodles. She loves rice and steak. And so, and just onions and mushrooms. She loves that. If she have rice, and she'll say, more gravy, please. Eat all the gravy off the top and want some more. And almond joys. She loves almond joys. And
And this was your mother anyway, right? So this
huh?
was these are some of the things that your mom liked
Yeah,
before
but
she.
she was a little, really conscious about some of the things, But yeah, she loved noodles and rice, but now that's like she and salad. She didn't like salad anymore. The beginning of the disease, and then now she like Pepsi. She never drank Pepsis, but now she was drinking them, and I was like, probably shouldn't have given them to her. And when I would get the little tiny ones that the clients suggest,
Mhm.
ah, I don't want that. I'm not a baby. That's a baby soda. And I was like, well, if you drink this, I'm gonna give you another one. Pepsi's, but she don't really like those anymore. Um, but mainly cheese, eggs.
Mhm.
She loves bagels and English muffins, noodles, and her favorite is steak or chicken. That's it.
I'll be getting
Well,
that stuff
she's
all the
still
time
eating.
now.
She's
Give
Yeah,
still
your mama
eating
whatever
though.
she
yeah.
wants.
When it's those things, she'll eat. Like she'll
Okay.
really eat it. Like when I'm preparing anything, if she can just eat onions and mushrooms and rice. She'll eat
Okay.
that. So yeah.
Wow. What somebody asked, was this somewhat of a sundown thing? Like, with this.
I don't know. I'm starting to. I get that question a lot,
Mhm.
but in listening in learning of this type of dementia,
Mhm.
um, I can't say that it's not, because this one is rare and the neurologists are still trying to figure it out. So she has an MRI the 25th of the month, because I mean, clearly she's declined rapidly, and he's like, wow, and she has the same dementia that Bruce Willis has, and also Wendy Williams.
Mm.
Mm.
So
Okay.
this dementia starts at the age of 60. And I'm hearing now, I saw what I have another friend, his sister is 58. So now he's saying from 54, it's starting there. You start to see changes at the age of 54.
Wow.
So I don't know. I
You
don't
still
Is
know.
it
learning.
something that you should be worried about for your own health?
Well, no.
Okay.
Just my blood pressure, but my blood pressure is good. So I check that. I check my blood pressure because I'm scared of that. My blood
Yeah.
pressure is good.
That's
I
Yeah.
get
good.
my
You gotta
mammogram.
take care of yourself.
I take care of myself that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not get enough rest or go outside
Hmm.
like I should, but that right there, I'm scared of that because
Yeah.
I keep thinking, oh my God, I don't want nobody else taking care of my mother. That's how I feel. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
what would she do if she didn't have me? So,
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
that part
Wow.
is
I
good.
tell you, um, Marterese, I'm serious. I just commend you, and I think everybody in
Yes.
the comments is just, you are such a blessing to your mom. But this didn't just start. And I think to your mom is still there, you know.
She is.
Yeah, she's still there. She knows she's well taken care of. She
Mhm.
knows that you are going to take care of her. And I just want to commend you.
Yes.
Wow, this was just such an informative session. And what led me to ask you was just me seeing how you're documenting it on Facebook. And I'm like, wow, whew,
Yeah.
I think it's
I just want
important
to
to help
commend
people. And
It
by
you. It
is.
is.
documenting your mom's journey, you and your mom's journey, it helps people.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
really helps them. But when you
Yes.
just hold everything to yourself, I think that's what makes people sicker as
Mhm.
caretakers
Yes.
because there's no release.
Hmm.
You have no outlet to speak on it. So that's good that you're using social media.
Yes.
And I write. I probably
Yeah.
share some of the,
You're doing a
poems
good
that
job
I've written.
documenting. You're
Yeah,
doing a
Hmm.
good job documenting.
yeah, I have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
And
Well, let's also remember, I think they have a time throughout the year, and I don't know what time it is, but it's Caretakers Day. I think we need way more than a day.
right.
I didn't know they had
Yeah,
such a day.
it is. It's they sometimes say to check in on the caretakers because of course we're taking care of
Yeah.
someone else, and then who's taking care of us.
Yes.
So I think sometimes we have to remember about the caretakers because like Marterese, we're so worried about our family members or our loved ones that sometimes we neglect ourselves in different
Mhm.
ways.
Yes.
So I just, again, thank you, Marterese, for coming on here.
Thank you
And
Yeah.
for having
yeah,
me.
this was great. I mean, this was so good.
Thank
And
you.
Had me
I
crying and
really
snotting and everything. I was like,
I
this,
know.
this not
I
fun.
saw it. Bunny lifting up her glasses. I started
I
texting her. I'm like, "You
know, but
I was like, girl, I'm like, just get yourself together. Get yourself together.
but that was
You're
what you
right.
you need you needed to release that too. I did too. I
Yeah.
I,
This is
I
perfect.
realized that I needed to share this. I mean, and there was nothing going to stop me other than that. That's why I said, you know what? You sit on the pot. And she said, so. And I came down the stairs.
Yeah.
He's watching Wakanda, so on the pot. I mean, what was I supposed to do?
Wow, man! I tell you, I just thank you for taking time out of your day. You
Yes.
did get a
Thank
little
you.
therapy, and so did we. I mean,
Yeah.
and most people don't understand, but that's what these sessions are about.
Yes.
It's informative, but it helps us and it helps
Yes.
our speakers to be able to talk freely and
To talk
we can,
freely. Yeah, to
yes,
connect.
feedback.
So
Yes,
many people feel like they're alone, Martrice,
yes,
and you
yes,
sharing your story, they know they're not the only one alone, or they just need that opportunity to release, to share their story with
Yeah.
someone. And so I just think that this was very freeing tonight, and it's
Yeah.
eye-opening.
Definitely.
A lot of
yes,
us look at things a little bit closer now.
yes,
Yeah.
Thank
yes.
you
So
so much.
Thank
yes,
I can
thank
you.
relate.
you.
I can
Thank
definitely
you.
relate. Yes. So I'm
Yes. So
praying your
we thank
strength,
you. Yes, we
praying that,
constantly praying.
God will definitely continue to lead and guide you to care for
Yes.
your mom, and that whenever your cup is empty, that he's going to have people pouring back into you, and
Yes,
that's pouring into strength, into peace, into joy, happiness.
yes,
Even in the midst of everything that you're going
yes,
through, God is still there. He's
yes,
still showing you that
yes,
there is going to be peace in your life, that it won't always be dark.
Yeah.
Things may seem dark right
yep.
now, but it won't always be dark. The sun is going to shine.
That's right.
Even when your mom look at you in certain ways that she look at you, consider that's the light. That's God shining a light on you,
Yes,
that she is still, she sees you in
that's right.
those moments. Our moms is close. This one, out of all the podcasts, even my special needs grandson, this one pulls and tugs at my heart because I'm right there with my mom, and I'm gonna see
Mhm.
her. We gonna ride it until the wheels fall off. The fat lady finished singing, the world come to an end. We riding that thing together. So you be
Yep.
encouraged no matter what is going on in your home. You be encouraged because it's only for a season.
That's right.
Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. It may not be tomorrow morning. We don't
Yeah.
know when our morning is, when that joy is going to come, but joy does come.
That's
Peace
right.
comes, happiness comes. Be encouraged. Lift up your head.
Oh, ye
Don't
gates.
walk around with a hung
Mm.
head. You are doing everything,
Yes.
everything for your mom. And it's what you're supposed to do. It's what we're supposed to do.
That's right.
They birthed
That's right.
us. They cared for us.
Yeah.
They nourished us. They did everything for us. It's our season to return that to
That's right.
them.
That's
Yes.
right.
Don't let anybody make you feel like you should not do what you're doing. Go that extra mile. Be that extra person. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you don't need to do all of that. Yes, you do. You
Yes.
need to do that and some more because it's
That's
your
right.
mom. She
It's your
took care of
mom.
you. My mom took care of me. I'm going to do everything in my power to take care of my mom, whether my siblings do or not, maybe whether her siblings do or not. I'm going to be there for my mom. It's my
That's right.
mother.
That's
So
right.
we love you. We,
Yes.
our whole
We're
church,
praying.
everybody, the audience, everybody is praying for you. We're
That's
going to
right.
pray your strength through this
Yes.
journey because I know you got this. God said he'll
Yeah.
never put more on us than we can bear. Your shoulders were built for this, to carry your
Yeah.
mom throughout whatever time she's got with us. Your shoulders is built for this. Your hands is built for this. You're built for this season of your life. He
Mm-hmm.
put your hands to work to do magic in hair. Not only that, your hands is to take care of your mom as well. He's not
Mm-hmm.
going to let you fall. He's not going to see you down and out. He's going to have people there lifting you. You got a group of people that's been assigned to you, your angels, your village. He has assigned people that you don't even know now. And now that you are on this platform, you have all of us. More people praying into you, more people sowing into
That's
you,
right.
lifting you,
That's right.
remembering you, encouraging you. Not only that, your story just touched me in a way that I'm not alone. Like it's other people out there that's caring for their parents just like me. You're not alone. I'm caring for my mom. It's a lot. The screaming, the everything. It's a lot. But guess what? They did it for us. And that's how I got to look at it. My mom did
Yeah.
it for me. Your mom did it for you.
Yeah.
And if she could change it, her situation, she would. If my mom can take back her diagnosis, she would.
Yeah.
She really would. Nobody really wants to go through, be sick or anything. No one. No one. But God said if we want to reign with him, we got to suffer with him. And we
That's
got
right.
to remember what he said. He said he's with you always. He's never going to leave you. He's always keep talking to him. And he's gonna help you through those moments, those challenging times when your mom. He's gonna help you through all of that. He's going to help you. God, help me. God, give me peace. He's going to give you that peace. You're going to find joy in all of this, in all of it. No
Yeah.
matter how much we see the decline in our moms, I find joy in just her waking up, her being able to take care of herself, her being able to do things. I'm sorry, Paul. I know this was a lot, but
Mm-mm. I love it. I
you be
love
encouraged. We're lifting you up. We
you're
really are.
ministering to her, Bunny.
Yes,
You're minister and you're
lifting you
ministering from a
up.
place of hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
So
I relate so much to what you're doing for your mom because if my mom lives to be my mom will be 83 in April and we're going to celebrate her life and we're going to celebrate it big. And if she lives to be 90, I'm still going to celebrate my mom. I'm still going to stop, drop, and roll for her. I'm gonna pull up to the front of the church and wait for them to open up them berries so I can drop my mom off in the front. She's not gonna walk.
that's
I'm
right.
gonna I'm gonna take care of my mother, and you do the same thing. And we're gonna lose sleep. Just like we lose sleep with our special needs kids, we're gonna lose sleep without taking care of our aging moms. We're gonna lose sleep. But guess what? 2 hours sleep is good.
How about that?
2 and 3 hours of sleep is good. You wake up and grab that cup of coffee, you're good. You can still function. You can still shampoo that hair and do them hairstyles. You ain't losing nothing.
That's
You ain't
right.
losing nothing.
And then you have joy.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, you have joy in
Yes.
being able to take care of your mom. And God is good for that, because when it's all said and done, you have
Yes.
no regrets.
Yes.
That's it right
And
there.
that's a
No regret.
blessing to not. That's a
None.
blessing not to have any regrets. And you
Yes.
know what, guys? One thing that I always say is I'd rather live a short life and know that I was well loved and well taken care of than to live a long life and didn't have anybody to love me, because it's a great thing to go through something and know you have people that love you and want to take care of you and give you your flowers while you're here.
Yes.
So that's a
Absolutely.
blessing. And that's what you guys are doing for your parents. I know we all are doing that for our parents, but I
Yes.
just give you, I take my hat off to you ladies.
I
And I just continue to pray for you all, and just know, Marterese, I love you. And when I be responding to your pages, I mean what I say. I
I
feel your
know.
pain. I love you, and like I said, we're praying for you guys. We're praying for you, and like Bunny said, we have a lot of our church members on here. We know they're
Mhm.
praying, and
yes.
so you just be encouraged. Be encouraged.
Yes. Thank
All
you.
right. Well,
Thank
thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you again, Marterese. We pray that you guys have a wonderful weekend, and give your mom a big hug and kiss for us.
you.
If look, if you
Did y'all
can.
hear that?
Tell her,
Did you hear
tell
that
her,
scream?
uh, tell her we don't care. Give her a kiss for us. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a good evening. Y'all have a good weekend too.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.